when you look at Rosenior's CV, as a manager, he was a assistant to Rooney, who relegated Derby County, and then he was a manager at Hull City who are also relegated. So I'm even surprised the people who are looking at Rosenior's CV, I don't know what sort of achievement they saw in him. They say that he can manage a club like Chelsea. I can see bullshit from afar, bro.
Okay.
There's no way you can sit around and then for a club like Chelsea, you go and hire someone who relegated 2 clubs and then you say he will make you great. Bro, what are you even doing?
It's not yet over. Do you think they'll bring that mentality when they do play this game?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Well, I don't want to hear these things from you, guy, yo. It's not from Arsenal, guy. No, don't tell me that.
This is not something I have heard for the first time. Even the other day, I heard Arteta saying that he was on fire. He was on fire. Does Arsenal play like a team that is on fire?
Man, you're burning.
I remember the game he said we are on fire. We went and drew to Sporting.
Yeah, a team that is on fire plays like one which is literally burning.
I've been doing this month for the last 2 months. I've been doing this month. The months are not working.
If he is the one who decided to sell Mbuemo, he will perform for us.
Hello guys, welcome again to another week of the Triple Cup Show. A very nice and easy kind of week after a long while not being on this seat. And then what a week. Champions League, it was on a break. Football, I don't want to talk because today I have the two most, the two most teams which have been suffering. So we have the Chelsea guy, man, like Mike. What's up, G?
Yeah, I'm good.
How have you been, man?
I've been good.
Okay.
Despite the fact that we've been really underwhelming with our performance.
We'll come there.
Yeah, but everything is okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. On the other side, hey, we got the team which is April is not Apriling with them. a long ship, lost ship. Malek Brayo, an Arsenal guy, Piampong.
Hey, hi. Great to be around, man. How are you?
You're good, man. What's up with you, man? I don't know.
A lot is happening.
Okay.
Good and bad. Yes, and I have heard you say that the teams are suffering. I want to confirm here that there is no happiness without suffering.
Okay.
Yeah, so we are on a journey to happiness.
I don't know what kind of happiness. Okay, let's start with the most recent game. For the first time, the whole world was supporting one team. It was one team versus 19 teams. Yeah, case in point, Manchester City, first of all, were playing against Arsenal on the beginning of the week. What a double game week, first of all, which has been having a very nice kind of results for both sides. But the results started it top. For those guys on audio, you can kimbia hivi YouTube on the visuals, man. Leo nimerock our Manchester United jersey. If you see this jersey, it's a representation of Kuna, the guy who, when we started the week, it was Manchester United versus a team like Chelsea. First of all, big shout out to you guys. The first half, you guys did so as bad. You did us dirty, and I was like, yo, man, I don't think this game we're gonna win it. And then after a while, Estavao got injured. Who was the guy who was sumboing us on that wing very bad? And then you guys tried, and it, as the name George called him, and brought in the Cristiano Ronaldo. Hey man, after that, it was just Amteremuko for us guys, man. Garnacho had a very bad game. All the Manchester United players, they were like they were bullying him. Like literally bullying him, man. I don't know. What's your take from that game? Let's start from there.
That game, I think we really played well. Unfortunately, we didn't win. But at the moment when Estavao really got an injury, I think the biggest mistake Rosenior did was to bring in another winger. We had tried our best. We tried about 4 times. 2 times we hit the inner post.
Yeah, the postman.
2 goals. Those were perfect 2 goals. Unfortunately, we didn't score. And when Estavao got injured, I was expecting Rosenior to twerk that attacking by bringing in Romeo Lavia and strengthen our midfield. Where Romeo could have paired with Caicedo and then push Enzo to the 10th position and then push Palma to the wing.
Okay.
You see,
Okay.
that will have opened your defense and your midfield, because when you look at that match, we really suffered in the midfield, whereby I think Casemiro was really on to Palma so much.
Him and Mino.
He didn't get that position to do his thing.
Okay.
If Rosenior just twerked that midfield by pushing Palma to the right instead of bringing in Garnacho and then switching Garnacho to the left wing and Neto to the right wing.
Okay.
I think he could have just brought in Romeo Lavia, strengthened the midfield, and then pushed Palma to the wing.
Okay.
We could have really scored a lot of goals if we did that, because we were really attacking very well. We had
When you guys had chances.
We had a
Proper
lot
chances.
of chances
Yeah.
that we really didn't score.
Okay.
You see. So, and then when he brought in Garnacho, okay, he isn't really that bad, but Garnacho should be coming in the second half when the players are tired. He should not come in when the players are still having that energy. And then playing against Man U, obvious. We know all his former club, they will all try to neutralize him.
Okay.
So that is what they did, and it really killed us off, because when Palma in that midfield, Casemiro and Mino, they held Palma very well, and he couldn't get any chances.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. On the other side of the game, your guy, man like Brayo, Pep Guardiola, this guy, I don't know. Your game against Man City was, again, another big game on the weekend. It was Man City against Arsenal. You can check us out. We were live on that game also. Hey, I don't know what happened. First of all, you guys looked like you were going to win the game. And then just a tweak here and there, Doku just did you bad on that wing. He was like he wanted to win that game. Come to the mentality of the Man City players. If you ask me, Chucky, Haaland, Doku, those 3 guys, they were like, we need to have a goal, and that's all we need. Nothing less, nothing more. I don't know what bro you thought about after seeing that kind of how those. Okay, Arsenal side, you guys had played the better, but I'm thinking, this you guys lacking the likes of Saka on the wing, I think it's costing you much than what we expected. What's your thoughts?
I don't think it would have made any difference having Saka on the pitch or him not being absent. It made absolutely no difference, considering his little contribution this season in terms of goals, in terms of assists. There are times when he has really not showed up like he has always done in the previous seasons. I think what you have said about Manchester City, and you have highlighted 3 players in Doku, Haaland, and Chucky. Those are players who are taking accountability in the team going forward. You will remember that at the beginning of the season, and even at this stage of the season, the team that is credited with a solid defense is Arsenal. But this same Arsenal team is conceding less goals but cannot score any. So you can't be a team that is competing for the title and you are having trouble scoring goals. That to me is an indication that the kind of players, the profile, I mean, not really, it's not even about the profile. The players who are responsible for winning games for the team are not matching up to the expectations. And that is an accountability issue, because while the defense is very busy at trying to keep away goals, here we are having an attack that is not really showing up.
Okay.
This season alone, not this year alone, beginning January, you can count the number of games Arsenal have scored more than 2 goals, and all of those matches have only occurred in the FA Cup, those cup competitions, or if you can remember, the only match we have scored more than 2 goals in the league was the match we played against Tottenham Hotspur. So it is a serious indictment in Arsenal's attack, which is the reason why there's every doubt as to whether even Arsenal can win this league.
Okay.
Even the Champions League cannot be said, let alone the league.
Okay.
The Champions League, which Arsenal is currently playing Atletico in the semi-finals, Arsenal cannot be said to be a serious contender for that title simply because of goals.
Okay. Is it okay? Is it? I don't know how to ask it, or Mike maybe might try to maybe frame it well. Is it like when this because of the, if you count the number, which, okay, let's start from here. So, if you check the stats over and over again for Arsenal, April hasn't been that month for them. It's always April where everything starts to go bad. That's one side of the, maybe one of the theory. Second off, maybe I'm not sure if I'll be okay to say that. Is it because of the pile up of fixtures? Because if you check Arsenal, we were saying they're going for a quadruple. So they have, like, week in, week out, they do have players who need to play. And if you check the mentality of how Arteta has made his team, it's always that he has a winning team mentality. So every time he's playing a game, he's always starting his main team. And those players, if you play back-to-back, as compared to a team like Man City, which was playing like 2 games only, or sometimes only one game on the week, and always Pep rotate his players week in, week out, depending to who is fit and who's performing better. Do you think that's one of the reasons why you may say, okay, Arsenal lost because the players which they have, at least we can say maybe the exhaustion started kicking, and you know, it's football, man. Physics sometimes counts much more. Or secondly, it's this thing we know with Pep. He has this mentality of when the second phase of the league starts, that's when you see Pep doing it the better. Because I don't know why, but it's only the second phase of the league. That's when you start to see the Pep kind of game performing. Is it his tactics, or maybe Arteta's? I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
I think I don't think it's about what you said. Arsenal really, they have a really great squad depth this season. They have been the one of the greatest team with the greatest squad depth, because when you see even their second team, when you see they can beat any team in the league, they can beat any team even in the Champions League. They have really enjoyed that really great squad depth. They haven't really suffered that much in injuries, that long-term injuries this season. They have been just maybe 1-2 players every time here and there.
Okay.
And I don't know. I don't think we can blame it on fatigue. What I can say is mentality issue.
Okay.
Just look at Man City, how they started the league. They really didn't start really that well, but when the league is nearing its end, you see that these players want to win it.
And they kick the moment. They get the momentum.
Yeah, they have that zeal in them that they have seen the end, whereby they have seen the light at the end of the tunnel, and they want to reach that end on a high note. Okay. I think Arsenal also, they need to have that mentality, because we've seen every season for the past few seasons, they have been really great when the season starts, and when the season is coming to an end, that's when things start just going south for them. Mm-hmm. We can't even explain what happens to them. Okay. Because honestly, even this season now, at the moment they have tied points with Man City after being on top by, I think, 9 points. Okay. Yeah. So they have really to sit back and analyze themselves. They have no issue from outside. Their problems are just inside. Okay. They have to work on themselves so that they can have that zeal and mentality to go for it. Okay. Yeah. And then I think maybe it's one day I said maybe it's the fear of winning it first time. That thing is not easy. Okay. Yeah, you feel like you've reached somewhere and you're not even you don't
You don't know what
you
to
feel
do. Or you don't know what to do with it.
yeah, you're confused,
Okay.
something like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and just to weigh on that,
Yeah.
I think no amount of excuses
Yeah.
at this point
Yeah.
will be sufficient to exonerate Arsenal. They are as guilty as charged. It is a team that has a good squad depth,
Yeah.
quality players.
Yeah.
The reason why we went to the market and bought so many players
Yeah.
this season is because there was a purpose, and the purpose was to now have a squad that will get us over the line, because we've been finishing second, I think, for the last 3 or 4 seasons.
3 seasons, yeah.
Three.
And yeah, there was every belief and reason for Arsenal fans to expect that this season is going to be different. And even if you ask City fans and even the City team, this time they expected a formidable opposition from Arsenal. So for me, it's not even about the winning mentality. We've been winning all this time until January, until recently, when we started losing as if we don't care.
Yeah.
We lose against Bournemouth. We struggle to score. Even the matches we have won, like the game we won against Brighton, the 1-0 that we scored courtesy of a deflection from I don't know whose cross it was. Was it Saka on the 8th minute? We won that game 1-0. But if you sit and watch that game properly, you realize that we deserved to lose. Brighton deserved to win. There's a game we drew against Brentford. Again, that's a game that we really struggled. Brentford deserved to win. There was a game also we played against Wolverhampton Wanderers. We were leading by, I think, 2-0.
Yeah.
The game ended 2-2.
True.
Those are what I call silly points, which we dropped against teams which we were supposed to collect those 3 points. And the problem is now where we are. So for me, it's really not about winning mentality. It can also not be ascribed to the theories of April or December being bad months for Arsenal. For me, it is purely about players taking responsibility.
Okay.
Look at our defense. Those players have really done their best. They should not be blamed for allowing in goals. Because if you blame the defense, what do you do to those players that are supposed to be scoring? They are
Okay,
the ones to
but-
blame.
okay.
We bought Victor Gyökeres.
Let me cut you short. Let me cut you short. If you check with what you guys, okay, what I don't know how I'll say it. What when you went to the market this season, it was for you to get up. Like I think the mentality behind, or the thought behind Arteta when he go to market, he was like, okay, where I'm suffering, it's scoring goals. Because if you check last season, you guys were using Kai Havertz as the backup for Gabriel Jesus, because he was your striker and he wasn't there almost. Sindio. So when you went to the market, you bought the likes of Eze as your midfielder replacement. There's this guy, Nogard, also as your midfielder kind of thing. Somebody like Azubimendi to replace somebody like Apate. And Gyökeres for much far of it to be like your main striker. But if you come to the games, like the last games which you guys have won, first of all, the Champions League game, when you played against Sporting, it was somebody like Kai Havertz who came and win the game. The other game, except that it's only that the penalty was given to Gyökeres to score the goal, still, he's not like, what's happening with him? And then if you check the fixtures, you have Newcastle, you have Fulham, you have West Ham, you have Burnley, and you have Crystal Palace. Who will be that player? Because you're saying defensive-wise, you guys are good. But the problem comes in when you guys want to score the goals. Who do you think are those players that now gonna stand up and pull up the socks and be, you know what? Okay, this is the person we want them to get us the points, to get us the goal.
The attacking players should collectively have a moment to reflect and decide what role they are going to assume in pushing this team forward for the 5 remaining matches. If you ask me, I can't count on any one of them, because they are the same people whom we've been expecting to produce those results we've been yearning for, and they have not been doing that. So really, it's disappointing as a fan to watch us competing a team that is complete. Manchester City right now is a complete team, and you can't expect them to drop points at any time. And you can count on City to rely on those three players that you had mentioned earlier.
Okay.
Chaki, Haaland, and Doku.
Mhm.
The same cannot be said of Arsenal. For Arsenal, I think right now it is
Vibes and
taking
inshallah.
it a game at a time.
Okay.
A game at a time.
Okay. Yeah, Mike, on the other side, when I check the peps that we have said, it's the mentality when it comes to team like Man City. Like yesterday when they were playing against Burnley, you saw it was a hard game, but Haaland just got the chance at the 5th minute of the game, and he scored from a very nice pass, from one pass. He did win, and then he scored. Do you think now moving forward, this weekend they're playing an FA, but EPL-wise, they do have Everton, Brentford, Bournemouth, Aston Villa, and Crystal Palace. Paper-wise, if you check those fixtures, they look to be a hard game. But do you think maybe the Pep boys will be like, you know what? Okay, you guys are saying it's hard, but on our side, we are like, okay, it's hard, but we do have the mentality, we do have the fighting spirit to go on and get this thing.
Yeah, sure. I think, as you check for City, those Everton is not an easy go for them. They should, and it's an away game, I think.
Yeah.
So they should be really prepared for a very great fight. You saw like how Everton did to Arsenal also at Emirates. They gave Arsenal a really tough game. Only Arsenal scored in the dying minutes of the game. So, and then we, for us also Chelsea, when we went
Hey man,
to
it was
Everton,
a bad game for you guys.
It was a bad game for us. So Everton, they are really trying, and they have smelled that. They are sniffing that European
Man,
competition.
if they win one game, they're already going to now European place.
So it will be a really great fight. For Man City, they are trying to win the league. Everton are trying to qualify for Europe. So it won't be an easy game for them.
Mm-hmm.
And Pep really need to be prepared. As much as we are saying they are flowing very well, they are doing great. Yeah, they can be disappointed anytime.
Okay.
And I think for the two teams who are joined at the top, the team that will slip, that's it for them. I'm not sure if they will recover.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys, so coming to Chelsea, this is one of the team, man. Okay. I don't know how. First and foremost, everybody, if you come to what before you guys fired Liam, before it was Maresca, what he said previously, it was like we are not in for the cup. That's what he used to say. We are not in. We are not competing for anything, just top fund or whatever.
Sure.
But now when you check now, it's like the words which he said, it's like haunting you guys back.
It's not hounding us. That was the reality of the matter. Maresca really tried with this squad.
Okay.
And when he was at Chelsea, he was at Chelsea for 18 months, you see. So the first season, he really put in a great performance. He tried with the players he had. He tried and won the Conference League, qualified for the top 4 as he was assigned to, and then he won the Club World Cup. What did they do? When we won the Club World Cup, after that, Maresca tried to talk to the sporting directors or the owners. He told them, okay, I've been with this squad for the past 1 year. I think there is some weaknesses here and there. And for Maresca to say we were not in the title race, it was true. The players he had already seen that he needed some time to work with them so that he can say confidently that we can go for it. But when we were performing really well that time, okay, and then journalists, everyone was trying to say, Chelsea are in the title race. He knew they reach a time when the pressure is high, these players will not put up with that pressure.
Okay.
You see, he was trying to protect them also. He was trying to protect them from the fact that, when you put such a young team with that under that such pressure of telling them that we need now to go for the title at the moment. And they are young kids who are just playing for the first time together. They were just brought in from different clubs. And you tell them we need to go for the title. It wouldn't be that easy.
Like it's a heavy burden for them to carry. Yeah.
So Maresca telling everyone we are not in the title race, that was true.
Okay.
And it came to show now. In the second season also it came to show. Not even the second, the first season when he was there, when we really struggled also to get top 4 because they also didn't support him that well in the transfer market. We expect that when a team qualifies for top 4 and qualifies for UCL, any reasonable individual, any reasonable ownership will sit down with the manager, assess the team, listen to him what he tells them, that you've been with this team for such a time and period. What can we strengthen, or what do you see is our strengths and what's our weaknesses?
Okay.
You see, the Chelsea owners and sporting directors, they didn't do that. They did what? They just ignored what Maresca was trying to suggest to them. And Maresca, tried for the second season, and then he saw this team was going to break down.
Okay.
Yeah. So he walked away because he knew he didn't want to walk or to be sacked. It would have tainted his CV, because if he could have been sacked when Chelsea is underperforming, I don't think any other club will want to look at him.
Okay.
But he walked away when Chelsea was still
in the prime.
Yeah, and then he said, no, I will not do this anymore.
Okay.
Let me just go. Let me see what I can do with my life later.
Okay. See, you as a fan now, and Brian, maybe you also being a fan, how does it feel for you guys, like a team like Chelsea, being beaten? Okay, for us, we have this guy, we are bantering with him, the Manchester United guy who is like, Manchester United guys to win 5 games in a row. Man, you guys are being beaten now 5 games in a row, which is after 100, and I think the last time you were beaten like that is, I think 1912, 1910, they are 100 years plus. 100
years.
And then I'm like, after just that, and then I cannot understand, because you guys brought this guy, Liam, in the middle of the season. And you Chelsea, same thing. You always have this long-term kind of, contracts. So for you firing him, and then you have to pay him because he had a contract in 2030, yeah? So when I don't know how it's balancing in your books yet. It's, instead of going for because I remember when he was brought in, you were like, okay, he's coming, but I don't think he will last in Chelsea. That's what you said. He didn't have the mentality to be a manager for Chelsea caliber. That's what you said from the start go.
I said it because when you look at Rosenior's CV, as a manager, he was a assistant to
Rooney,
who relegated Derby County, and then he was a manager at Hull City, who are also relegated. So I'm even surprised the people who are looking at Rosenior's CV, I don't know what sort of achievement they saw in him. They say that he can manage a club like Chelsea. That was madness, man. Honestly, I have no qualifications in any coaching, management, football management, but I can see bullshit from afar, bro.
Okay.
There's no way you can sit around and then for a club like Chelsea, you go and hire someone who relegated 2 clubs and then you say he will make you great, bro. What are you even doing?
And then Brighton is cooking you guys. They gave you Cucurella, they gave you guys João Pedro, they gave you Caicedo, and then they come and beat you guys. Top it off, they also gave you the manager now who was part of their player, Liam, and then they beat you guys with 3 goals.
Yeah, we deserve the banter because when you see, we've been taking Brighton's players. We took Sanchez, we took Cucurella, we took João Pedro, we took Caicedo, you see, and then Liam also was their player previously, and then he managed us. You see, it's like these owners, they were confused. They were trying to buy Brighton, and then when Putin started the war, they found an opportunity to buy Chelsea.
Okay.
That's the only window they had to buy Chelsea.
Okay.
So when they bought Chelsea, they didn't leave their mentality of Brighton. They still had the Brighton mentality in them. They said, okay, we can still buy Chelsea, but we'll buy Brighton players and staff.
But
they want to make us Brighton.
But Brighton has been marrying you guys the last 4 game weeks. The last 4 games. encounter your game I've played, you're being beaten still by Brighton.
Yeah, I think they should just leave Chelsea if they want to buy Brighton. They go and buy Brighton
Okay.
and continue with their shenanigans there. Chelsea is not that club that you bring in your experiments.
Okay.
They have been doing experiments since they came to the club. It's now 4 years. They haven't even got a sponsorship, a front of the shirt sponsorship. Like they are always getting 1 month, 2 months.
2 months before the season ends, yeah.
Before the season ends.
Yeah.
What type of ownership is that? They are making losses, and they are. I don't know if they even care.
Okay.
They have made a lot of losses in the last 3 years, more than what Abramovich even made in his 19 years at Chelsea.
Okay. Your team, as Arsenal, you guys haven't won an EPL trophy yet, and I don't think how soon. But on the other side, it's a team like Leicester, man. 2016, these guys went ahead and won an EPL league. Man, 10 years later, being relegated, not from the EPL now, you being relegated from the championship to the third division, football. I don't know. I was seeing that last bit, and I was like, yo, these players, they were like, they were crying. They were crying their hearts out. And I'm like, yo, it's I don't know how it feels. Because you guys are being okay. For number 2 wise, you guys, it has been your, maybe you have the same feeling of how it feels being not getting the trophy, you know?
Yeah. So if you equate that to Leicester, that feeling for Leicester, it can be understood, and we have to distinguish here the experience between those two teams. A team like Arsenal is a stable team competing at a top level for many, many years, although with the only challenge of not winning the trophy. The trophy has always been eluding Arsenal for a long time. For Leicester City, recalling their win in 2015-2016, where they won the league, and credit to them, because that Leicester team was so solid. Each player was giving their all on the pitch, but that Leicester team was not a team like Arsenal that had what you would call financial cushion to enable them sustain those players. Those are players who, once they have demonstrated their capabilities in the pitch, they become prey to other clubs, and that's how we saw the season that followed. Leicester losing so many players to other teams, the likes of N'Golo Kante, Mahrez went to, I think, Manchester City, Akina Maguire, the likes of who else? There were many. They moved. Was it Morgan? No, Morgan Schneiderlin was not in Leicester. But you will agree with me that there was a lot of movement from Leicester, and that destabilized the team and made it vulnerable. Hence the challenges they are facing today. A similar experience can be seen in a team like Monaco, the team that boasted players of caliber, the caliber of Akina Mbappe, this player who's in Manchester City right now. Who is this player?
Mamush?
Where did Bernardo Silva come
Bernardo
from?
Silva.
Bernardo Silva.
Yeah. Or Akina Benjamin Mendy. There are so many players who came from Monaco. Bakayoko, Akina Fabio, the one who went to Liverpool. Fabio something, Fabio Cavalli or
something.
Yeah, somebody. They played with Nabil Keita in the midfield. Yeah, that Monaco team has never been the same ever since it was raided by other European clubs. Their players taken. It has never been the same. So it just shows you how when a club emerges all of a sudden and performs so well at a top level, the next season it will become a market. All big teams will come, take them, and the club will be left without an option because they cannot afford to replace those players with that same quality, because that will mean breaking the bank, which they don't have the luxury of.
Okay.
So for Leicester, it is totally understandable. but the same cannot be said of Arsenal. Of Arsenal is simply a question of player accountability
Okay.
for me, nothing much.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Man, I was seeing the yesterday game while still the Man City game was being played. One of the team which for me I'm saying it's don't you dare go play against them. And also Manchester United suffered the same sword against them. It was Leeds United. Yesterday Bournemouth were playing against Leeds also. That game was so intense in a way that Bournemouth just scored a goal within even less than a minute. I think 1 minute only, or 1 minute, more, let's say 2 minutes, within a period of 2 minutes. Leicester came back and equalized. But again, the mentality which Bournemouth has...
Leicester and Bournemouth.
No,
Leeds.
sorry, Leeds. That's what I'm saying. Okay, sorry, Leeds. When I saw that, and the mentality which the Bournemouth players have, and I'm thinking this thing was... I was challenged in my mind, like, as you have said, some managers, if you check now, their manager, Ariola, has said at the end of the season, he's leaving. But if you check the bottom of the team right now, I was like, if I was the manager, this is the right place to be still the manager, because I can see there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
I think also at the end of the season, that Bournemouth team will be really dismantled because there are vouchers coming for their players.
Okay.
These big clubs are going to
Good. See,
prey on their players.
Semenya has already gone.
Yeah.
But
and
still the
we
team
have,
is intact, you
we
know.
have that defense. I think
Akina Senesi.
Senesi, Truffert.
yeah, Truffert, those people are going.
Okay.
At the end of this season, like there is this one guy who he has already announced he will leave
Okay.
on a free. What is his name?
Striker?
No, a defender from Bournemouth, I think.
Okay.
He has already announced he will leave at the end of the season. You see, so Bournemouth also will suffer next season
Okay.
if they don't really.
But now see, man, these guys have gone 13 games.
Yeah, they are really
unbeaten.
tough. Yeah,
And if you check the first, okay, this was one thing with Brighton. The first season of the first bit of the season, they were so good. Then they drop, and then they picked up they beat up the momentum, and they haven't dropped a point even since then. And they're like, this is the best team. And because me, I was saying, once Semenya is gone, I think, hii team imeisha. But no, somebody, see, now like Krupi, he's the guy who's coming up. Travaner, he's the guy coming up, show up. Scott are the players. And you're like, I don't know where these players here and there just come in and then they're getting the goals from them. I don't know.
yeah, they should be really careful because next season these big clubs will be coming for most of their players. Yeah, because they are really performing good and they have shown they can really put up with such a great performance and great pressure. Yeah.
Okay.
Despite losing one of their best player,
Okay.
and then their manager is leaving. I don't think they will survive next season if they don't really retain those players.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Brayo, you sing because you have seen the. I know you being a football fan for a while. You have seen how Liverpool has grown to be, and then now you have seen what before Slot left. You saw what he had built for those 9 years while he was there, but now for the last 2 seasons for Klopp, man. I think if this guy wasn't bald, by now I think he could have lost all his hair, man. Because, I don't know, it's like, I don't know. 1 week, you are suffering, somebody like an Isak has an injury. As a manager, you are being now stuck. You are stroke. You're like, I don't know what to do. You go and you have Kitike. Now, Isak has come in. He has not yet on that good kind of form. And your team also is not that good yet, to say so. And then one player comes in and then another player just goes into injury. And I'm like, when will he breathe? Or what is there for him? Because I don't see anything popping up for him soon. And I was, the same way I said, I don't see Liam being the manager for you guys till next season. And also I'm saying the same thing. If he goes on with the same kind of game he's playing, I don't see him being back to play to be the manager for Liverpool in the next season.
For Slot, I think he has the players. You see, like games when they want to win, they sub Salah. How come you're subbing your
best player? You know?
Yeah, you're putting him on the bench. What are you even trying? That's the same thing Liam tried to do us against PSG, man. How are you coming in and you're changing our first goalkeeper in a very important knockout match?
Okay.
That's the same issue with the Slot, I think. You're
Klopp.
trying necessary things. things
Bruh.
that are, if it's not broken, why should you try
to fix it.
to fix it?
Okay.
Yeah. For Slot, I think that's the issue he's facing. And then they let some great players also leave, like Luis Diaz last season. He was really great for them.
Mhm.
Now, when Salah, they were really good on both wings for Liverpool. Now, who is now putting in those numbers when they're not there? No one is trying to give them those numbers.
Yeah, I've seen Rio.
It's-
This Rio Ngoma. Only that he's a youngster, but he's trying.
He's young,
he's
but how
pushing.
many?
He's-
How long does he even play? He gets
a
only
few minutes,
10 minutes, 30 minutes. It's not that really consistent because he's still young,
Okay.
and he can't be put in the pack of all these experienced players.
Mhm.
You see, like now we have Estavao. Now is injured. This is stage 4 hamstring we are hearing, so it will be really affect him. He won't even play the World Cup. You see.
Okay.
So for these young kids, they need that time to develop, and we really thank Maresca. He was trying with our players.
Mhm.
For Slot, he really spent a lot of money. There is no excuse for him. I can't pity him. He won the league, went into the market. He strengthened the squad. My friend, we need results.
But the people he strengthened to win in the team, they're not the one giving him the points on the pitch. I don't
That's his own issue.
Okay.
He has to bring the best out of those players he bought.
Mhm.
At the end of the season, they'll sit and evaluate his performance.
know. Okay.
They'll tell him, okay, bro, you came, you won the league, you told us now you want this and this. We gave it to you. So explain to us what's happened. We thought you'll go for the league again, but you didn't even go for the league again. Why?
Okay.
How can you explain from winning the league to struggling to get into top 4?
Champions League also.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I think Liverpool is a team that is ripe for transition and sober transition. The era of Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk, Akina Trent Alexander, Arnold, those were the cog, the team, the players that held this team together. And each time they were on the pitch, the team would always produce results. They are no longer there. Salah have no legs. Van Dijk is aging, and what I mean by sober transition is this: let's have a transition where a team is built on a foundation, a very steady foundation. That foundation is not just about how much you splash to bring in players who make no impact. Liverpool has spent a lot in acquiring players like Ekitike. There's
Isak.
that guy from Newcastle, Isaac. There's
Reeds, yeah.
Florian Wirtz.
Mm.
It's a lot of money. It has cost them a lot of money, and I want to compare it to the season when Klopp was building this team from scratch, because Klopp came at a time when Liverpool was not even a Champions League team.
Yeah.
What Klopp did, he got players you would otherwise regard as average. Players like Mane. He got even Salah from, was it Fiorentina or Roma, one of those two teams.
Yeah.
When he was coming to Liverpool, he was an average player. The player that used to stand out in Liverpool at the time was Coutinho. You remember the famous Fab Four?
Yeah.
Fab Four used to be Coutinho, I think Salah, and other two I can't quite recall. Oh, Firmino and
Firmino.
others.
I mean,
These are players who were molded by Klopp, and he did not spend much money to build a team that later came to win the Champions League in 2019. It is because of that sober transition. You need a coach who understands and appreciates the process of building a team, not one that is going to disrupt the whole team, cause chaos, and eventually deny motivation, deprive the team of the much needed motivation to compete. Liverpool right now is so embarrassing. It's disappointing as a fan, because I want a league that is competitive.
yeah.
And a league is not competitive is Liverpool is undergoing the kind of problems they are going through today. So for me, if you ask me, the one thing the decision makers in Liverpool need to do is to either get a coach that will take Liverpool through that transition, or spend wisely,
Okay.
because this season is a proof that the spending by Liverpool was completely the opposite of wise.
Yeah, if you check now, game week 34, which is here, unfortunately, most big teams are being blanking. On the other side also, the most teams which are playing, there's a way we are thinking, you know what? There's some big games which are determiner for the next 5 games which are yet to be played. Because like for me, I just picked up randomly. I saw like there's some 3 big games being played in this game week 34, which for once it's Wolves versus Spurs. Case in point, Wolves are already relegated. One, they don't have anything to lose. It's gone for them. It's finished for them for this season. But for the Spurs team, if they lose this game, for me, if we talk by stats, they are gone.
Yeah, sure.
They are gone. You know. But so what one team decides I have nothing to lose. Another team, it's avoiding to being relegated. So if you check this fixture, for me, I'm like, oh, this is a big game kind of fixture. I don't know what to expect from both of the teams. Because rules may say, okay, I have nothing to lose. Why should I give you guys points? And if you check like how you were saying on the group, if you watch that game Spurs played last game week, after this guy, Simon, scored that goal, you could see in him how he was so happy. He went also to the players and just jumped in the players. They were in the moment, enjoying the thing. But when the second goal was conceded, you could see tears.
He almost
you could see tears on his eyes. It was like, yo, I cannot believe this is happening. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know what I can say. And then if you check on the first part, the first bit of the seasons, that these guys in England who goes around and say, you are a Spurs player. What do you think? You being relegated and Arsenal lose, don't take the EPL or don't take the Champions League. Most players was like, you know what? I better being relegated than see Arsenal winning the Champions League or the EPL. And now, bro, you guys are not winning. And then this thing, it's like it's biting them, and it's like karma. It's karmaing. I don't know.
Yeah, you see, Tottenham should just go. Should just be relegated. 2 years ago, we counted on them to beat City, but they chose loss, deliberately playing nonsense, so that Arsenal is prevented from taking the league. This is their turn.
Okay.
And let them pay it dearly. They should just be relegated.
Man, I don't know what's happening with the London team. Arsenal, you guys are doing the thing. Chelsea, you're being beaten. Now Spurs, it's another big London team going to relegation. I don't know. There's something wrong with the London teams, this season.
I think for us, I'll defend ourselves and say that for us, we have been mismanaged for the last 3 months. That's the bad thing that happened to us.
Okay.
If we were really, if we had proper functioning
management
systems,
and
we were doing like this, we could ban us, but you can't ban us when we have been mismanaged. Our manager walked away.
Mike,
the
mismanagement was self-engineered.
The self-engineered, you see.
No, we are not going back to that.
No, see, look, we were really flying high after winning the Club World Cup. We came into the league. We were only second, third, fourth. You see, when Maresca left, he left us in 4th position. Now we are in 8th.
Okay.
You see, from December up to now, things just went southways for us. You see,
both London teams, the same thing. Okay, Brian, Everton do play against West Ham. Where if Everton wins this game, I think they're clapping points with you guys.
Yeah.
They're on your neck. It's either they become number 8 or number 7 there. I was checking it before it started the pod. And then West Ham also, they're on the verge of being relegated. Which to me, Brian, if you see this, you're like, this is gonna be a fight, because one team trying to get the European spot, which is Everton. Another team trying to get away from the relegation kind of line. What's your take when you watch this game coming to play on this weekend?
I am not. I don't subscribe to that narrative that as long as a team is fighting to survive in the league, it's going to play its best football. West Ham United has been in the league for centuries. Okay, for many years. They know that they are supposed to be playing good football. It is not that they have realized right now that they are on relegation. So it is at this point that they decided to go play their best football. I think they have had a bad season. They have really been lucky to be in the league even for this season because it has been performing below average.
Okay.
I'll give it to Everton.
Okay. Big team on the weekend, which for me, if you guys drop this point on this game, I think now the title, we can say the title race is gone. It's finished. Because you guys do play against Newcastle, which for me, Newcastle has always been, because previously we used to say, when you go to the park, it's a hard game for Newcastle to be beaten. But now they've lost, I think, three times or 4 times now in their side. But also, again, if you check the stats of Newcastle, they play away this season, they have been the worst team to meet you guys. But you know what? Again, I'm like, this team sometimes, it's like Spurs. Whenever you think there's the time you're gonna maybe trust them to give you points, that's the week they'll try to do you the worst of all. I don't know, is this the same thing we'll expect when Newcastle gonna play against Arsenal, or maybe Arsenal have that? Because if you check after that game where Arsenal were playing against Man City, you could say Rice saying the words, "It's not yet over." Do you think they'll bring that mentality when they do play this game?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Well, I don't want to hear this thing from you, guy. It's not from Arsenal, guy. No, don't tell me that.
I think they'll try their best because they know their fans are really also behind them.
Do you think
for the last 3 years, this it hasn't really been easy, but Newcastle have really lost consecutive. Since they lost to Barcelona, they have not won even a single match. So Arsenal really need to be careful with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
I feel like commenting on that one. Arsenal, you've just quoted what you had Rice, say to the press, that it is not yet over. This is not something I have had for the first time. Even the other day, I heard Arteta saying that he was on fire. He was on fire. Does Arsenal play like a team that is on fire?
Man, they're on. You're burning.
I remember the game he said we are on fire. We went and drew to Sporting.
Yeah, a team that is on fire plays like one which is literally burning. And
I think the fire should burn you guys, or what's the essence? You guys are misquoting him. I think you guys are not understanding what you're not on the same page.
No, we are using his word.
No, I think you're getting him wrong.
Judging by our recent performance, clearly there is no motivation, and any team that plays against Arsenal right now, it is a joy to play against Arsenal for any team, because you can confidently score if you wish, and you can prevent goals from Arsenal. You can afford not to concede against Arsenal. So that game against Newcastle, in fact, I was telling a colleague the other day that for the matches that we are left, one of the difficult matches we are going to have is Newcastle. It doesn't matter whether we are playing at home or at St. James Park.
Yeah,
it's going to be difficult.
It will really be difficult.
It's going to be a difficult match.
For me, I was saying Fulham and West Ham are one of the most hard games, because those are the London derbies for me. So, but Newcastle for me was like, this one you already.
All the remaining matches are really not easy. There is no easy match remaining now.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I was of the opinion. I'm thinking Newcastle is how their form is. If you check, it's a winnable game.
Yeah, every team feels like a winnable until the match is the ball is played.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't predict now anything.
Okay. Yeah. Quick one. Semi-finals are here on the weekend, man. Unfortunately, the Arsenal game will be playing the same time where Man City do play against Southampton. Which for me, I'm like, this game is one of those. I don't know how to talk about it, because Southampton, how they removed this big team, so-called Arsenal, it's giving me goosebumps here and there.
Southampton have really been on Arsenal case ever since, because even in 2023 they were the ones who knocked them out. Also, they have been knocking Arsenal out of these cup games for a long time. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they have. It's like they have learned what Arsenal is in cup games. So when they come, they really put in their all.
So what do you think when you play against they play against Man City?
Man City at the moment, I think Man City will beat them.
Okay,
There's no way.
It's obvious. City is not going to lose any matches of those that are left, and they will indeed not just beat Soton, they are going to win the FA Cup.
Okay,
Yeah.
Chelsea versus Leeds. You guys do have a very big rivalry.
Yeah.
I've seen it online. They've said that like the longest rivalry in football. For those guys who know, it's Leeds versus Chelsea.
Yeah.
I don't know what to expect on the weekend. Case in point, you're having a new manager. He's an under 21 manager. That's one point. Second part of it, your best player, someone like Estava, who I think is the best player on that wing, is not. He won't be there. Your defense man is your friends. This guy is Fofana and his rest. I don't know what to do about that. Garnacho being played at the wing. I'm not yet understanding. I don't know what I feel about you guys going to play this weekend. This first time I'm like, you know what? I don't know what to expect from this game. But Leeds, if you have checked what they've done, as I was saying before, it's a hard team to play against them now.
Yeah, Leeds. They have collected 4 points from us already this season. So going into this match, we know we are facing a really great hurdle, and I think I just hope and wish the interim manager will be prepared for them.
Okay.
Because he was interim against City and he never lost. So we hope he will continue with this momentum of not losing. And Leeds, at the moment, you see, like yesterday, how they are playing against Bournemouth. This is a team that can hurt you any moment, anytime. So for our boys, they just need to be careful, and for them to at least salvage this season, they should just try and reach the final.
But
Against Leeds, it's okay.
If you go play against Man City at the final again, it's better
It's okay.
just being relegated here before you go
No, it's
shame
not.
yourself.
It's not
at the
like
final.
that. You don't know Chelsea in finals.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't put us off in finals. If we reach the final, we have a greater high chances of winning.
Okay.
Yeah. And City knows us. They've met us in final previously. They know we can do what we do best in finals.
Okay.
So the greatest hurdle here is only Leeds. If you can pass Leeds, I think we can have a chance at the final.
Finishing off, Brayo, UCL. This was the first time I'm saying there's two different games we're gonna watch. First of all, PSG versus Bayern. That will be a game everybody wants to watch. And then on Wednesday, we are going to watch one of the most haram football in the history. One team celebrates in building a wall, which is Diego Simeone team. Another team, it's the Harami tactics, not corner kicks, trying to cut the goalkeeper. Like one will be football. I'm like, yo, this is why I love to watch football. Another thing, you're like, you know what? This is another reason why men should not be allowed to play football, because it's unexplainable. I don't know how.
It's not giving.
I don't know how you're going to explain after seeing this, or maybe things may change. I don't know. Maybe Arteta may be on fire again and light something up for us, because if we go with what we have seen the both teams are playing, man, it will be a damn boring game, to say so.
Both the teams have a style of play which is not very appealing. But you will remember the game against Atletico in the group stages. We won by 4 goals to, was it to 1 or
Was it
0?
1?
4-0
I think
or
4-1.
I think 4-1. Yeah. So the style of Atletico Madrid right now suits Arsenal, if you may, and that, as much as we are meeting an equally difficult team and a team which can make use of chances better than we do, I think Arsenal has a chance. Except that my fear is that, going by our current form, it's difficult to even give it to Arsenal, but they still stand a chance in light of their performance in the Champions League. That alone is what I am using to give Arsenal the chance to prevail against Madrid.
But see, this after you guys have played on the weekend against Newcastle. After that, you play against Atletico, and then you go play against Derby, which is a Fulham, and then you go play against Atletico. And I'm like, it's the fixture is not it's not on your side, according to me. It isn't.
It's not on our side, but there's a chance. I hope if these players are good students, those that concentrate in class, then they must have appreciated by now that the fans are not happy, and that they are the reason why the team cannot be trusted to compete at a top level. Because from quadruple to almost ending the season with 0.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a serious cause of concern, and it is upon now the players to rewrite that wrong.
Okay. Yeah. Yo, Mike, have you seen how PSG plays the likes of Dembele, Doué, Zaire, and then on the other wing there this Krovak. He has a Gravashia, whatever that guy's. Whatever. And then you come to the other side, it's Kane, Luis Diaz, and this guy Olise. Man, I'm like, yo, what more as a fan do you? This is the game I think. If there was an option, if it was a final, it's like when we said in the World Cup, the best game it was the semi-finals except the finals. I think this will be the best final, but it's not being played on the final. Because both teams do have those like gem on those teams. You will love to see.
Yeah, sure. For this is a semi-final, but every fan wished it could be the final.
Okay.
Because this will be a really entertaining match. Both teams are great. They are good at attacking. They are good at also defending. Like for a team like Bayern, you see what they did to Real Madrid. For such a great team to be beaten home and away, and Real Madrid doesn't lose really easily at their home, so PSG also need really to come, and when they come into this match, they really need to be prepared very well, because Bayern at the moment they are on fire.
Okay,
the fire that's supposed to be at Arsenal, we are seeing it at Bayern.
Okay.
And they are scoring a lot of goals.
Yeah, man.
PSG also on the other side, they are scoring also a lot of goals. We really enjoy that match.
Okay.
It's unpredictable.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone can predict what will come out of that match.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's wait and see, man. Whew, for the first time, hey, guys, go to the Fantasy Premier League for the first time in the history of 2025-2026 season. Yo, guys, I scored 100+ points. Pyong pyong. That's your sound effect. Hey, man, I thought fantasy was not for me this season until I scored. And then, unfortunately, man, I was supposed to press I made the changes to play the bench boost, and then I forgot to make it happen before the fixture started. So I was like, yeah. On the bench, I do have 20 points. And I have 101 points. I was like, yo, if I could have got those 20 points, yeah, man. 20 plus. Because one player is Struge, who has 12. I have a goalkeeper who has 6. And I have a defender who had 6. So it's 12, 24 points on the bench, man. I'm like, yo, good times, but it's coming at the wrong time of the season, man. If I could have started this fire there in the maybe December, I'll be on the first page of the FPL. I don't know. How did your teams perform this week? And keep in mind, Gaming 34 is a team which is Bournemouth blanking, Brighton blanking, Burnley blanking, Chelsea, Leeds and Man City blanking.
Yeah, I performed well.
Okay.
I got 94 points.
That's nice.
This time round.
Okay.
It's just for I didn't even make the changes in this team. I can't lie on live that I made this look. I had forgotten about this thing. Surely,
this for the first time I sat down and I got the players.
I didn't even bother to care if we have double game week or no.
Okay.
I just left it that way. I think FPL should be played like that. You just leave your players like that. because when you try to think so much, that's when you don't even get any points.
Brian, how does your team look? When najua unakula
Yeah.
strays left and center zinakuangukia tu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played a free hit, but I haven't. The last I checked, my points was on Sunday. So after the recent games, I haven't checked.
What's
So
an
I'll check, but I'm sure I've not.
I'm just logging. Wait, we are you are not escaping. Yeah, you utaki tuangalia. I think you got good points. Oh, okay, keeping points. So what the players to invest on? Because for me, I'm thinking something like a Watkins. You have seen you had him on your team, which gave you a brace. I think he's a good player to go to. Somebody like Elliot from Nottingham Forest, Gibbs White, Nottingham Forest. I think those are. I think maybe Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa. Maybe West Ham a bit, Everton a bit. Bournemouth are
Bournemouth,
Brentford. Bournemouth are not playing. Brentford also,
Oh, yeah, sure.
but Brentford are playing against Manchester and we are on form and we are playing at home. You know, so I don't know which of the teams do you think it's a good place to try to go as we finishing off the season.
Brentford can surprise you also.
Okay.
They are not an easy game, so you really need to be careful with that.
Bri, what's your thoughts? Who are you thinking, man?
Among those players from, I think Thiago, if you can get Thiago from Brentford,
Mhm.
that will be a very nice addition
Okay.
in terms of forwards.
Mhm.
For the defense, hey, you've said Bournemouth are not playing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So whatever defense you have now, just retain that one. Or you can have Gabriel if you don't have him in your squad, although he comes quite at a cost. You can also consider including Nottingham. Nottingham has a player called Gibbs White.
Gibbs White, but that's a midfielder.
Or you are asking for defenders.
Yeah, maybe.
Or for defenders, I think you can consider players, all defenders from Nottingham. I think they are doing well. You can consider
Everton
that as
too.
well as Brentford.
Well, but they're playing against Sunderland, you know.
Yeah, but Sunderland is the team that was beaten. I don't know how many goals
4-3.
by Nottingham. 4-3. Yeah. So Sunderland can also. We can say that was a match that they just slipped. They slipped up.
Mhm.
It was a bad day in office.
Okay.
Otherwise, generally they have good defense options. So you can also consider Akina Mukiel, Akina Sadiki, and this guy Eldoret. Is it Eldoret or Oldor or somebody?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
From Sunderland.
Mike.
Yeah, I think.
Bro, let me shoot you out. You did have a 90. You did have 94 points. Van Bruggen on your team. Guehi. You have Lacroix with 11. Ornelli 13. Senesi 6. Gibbs White 20. Semenyo 5. Anderson 2. Wilson 3. Thiago 2. Calvert-Lewin 16. So you played nice, man. You are number. I was going page 2, but I'm not seeing you, man. So
Congratulations to me.
I had to go to page 1, so you are there. Okay.
For me, I think you can also try for West Ham not West Ham, Everton defenders because they are playing with West Ham.
Okay.
And this, I think Everton will win this match easily.
Mm-hmm.
Based on West Ham's form, I don't think they will manage.
Okay. Because for me, I'm thinking striker-wise, I think if you go for this guy, Thiago from Brentford, even though they play against Manchester United, he's still a good player. Also, if you go for somebody like Bowen, you're going to go for him. I think he's also... We have seen he do have those moments. It can be a good one. And then I'm now struck between... should I go between Gyökeres or should I go with Watkins, Aston Villa? Or maybe, I don't know, Sesko here and there, I'm not sure.
I'll go with Watkins because we have seen what he can do.
Okay.
For Gyökeres, you are not really that sure.
Mm-hmm.
He will give you those points.
Okay.
Yeah.
Midfield-wise, Brayo, do you think Bruno Fernandes for this week? Okay, if you do have a free hit, I think this is the best week to play it because you can play with the players only and then next week your players will be coming back to you. So I'm thinking someone like Morgan Gibbs White, I think is a good player to go to. Bruno Guimaraes from Newcastle. We saw him playing last week and he had 2 chances just when he came in the 70th minute of the game. So I think he's a good differential to go to. Elliot Anderson from Nottingham Forest also. He is having good chances, but Gibbs White I think is a good player to go to. So you may balance between the two. Defender-wise, as Bro have said, Gabriel is a good player to go, but the price for him, man, it's too much. If you have that, it's good. Virgil van Dijk, Liverpool, they do play against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace are not that good. So if you have the money, you can go for him. Brayo, you do have Lecroix, so I don't think you don't need to go any player. He's still a good player, but there's one time he considered an own goal. So yeah, things happen and a red card. So I don't know. But also there's this guy from Nottingham Forest, from Newcastle, Thiaw. He's been a good player always. So maybe he's a good differential. Also there's this Mavropanos from West Ham. Yeah, that guy. Man, I went back and see his stats. Hey, he's having good points and he has like 46 points since the beginning of this year. Second leg, so maybe as a differential is a good one. Being red card for Maguire and being a red card from our guy Licha. So Hayden, we have seen he's a good differential and he comes for a 4.3. So for a free hit, I think he's a good place to go to. I don't know. Tokoski Everton also nice player to, if you want to go. Those are main differential. Goalkeeper wise, Bro, do you think Raya, Rufus or Kelha? Who do you go to?
I'll go for Kelha.
Okay.
For Brentford.
Okay.
Yeah. Manu is not going to score this team. This team is a tough team.
Yeah, Brentford will not be easy.
Okay. Who for you? Maybe for a keeper?
For a keeper, I'll try Henderson because I think they can try, because we've seen previously, even if they are not doing well, they try and get points at Liverpool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bro, for the games of the week, we are starting it off. Sunderland versus Sunderland playing versus Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest will win that game because they are simply on fire.
Okay. This is a London game on Saturday. Fulham versus Aston Villa, Mike.
Aston Villa win.
Hey man, I think there's a hard game for both teams. Fulham may, but okay. But I'm thinking Fulham either a draw, but I'm thinking a draw mostly for me.
I think Aston Villa will win. The way they played against, the way they placed this recently, you see they are trying to remain in that top four.
Okay, Brian, Liverpool, Crystal Palace.
That's a draw.
Hey, really?
Yes, that's a draw.
Okay. For me, I thought maybe Liverpool will win this game and they just need to get a win. It's looking bad for them. They just need to get a win. West Ham, Everton.
Everton will win this.
I think West Ham will surprise people.
I don't think so.
West Ham will surprise
Everton,
people.
they are compact and they are really playing well.
Okay.
I don't think they'll lose this.
Okay. This Wolves versus Spurs. If there is a way both teams can lose, will be good. But since that cannot happen, I'm going with Wolves. And then Arsenal versus Newcastle. Brayo, take us through.
I would like Arsenal to win, but I'm seeing a draw.
Okay. For me, everybody knows if Arsenal plays, you know where my money is, so I don't have to say it. And then finishing off, it's Manchester United playing against Brentford. Brentford has been just a menace for us, but hopefully maybe Mboemo try to do a thing, man.
This will be a draw.
Man, I don't know why we always play on Monday's game never favors us. I don't know why, but if we can just get a win, it's closer to us securing that top four Champions League football. But yeah, whatever happens. But hopefully we're gonna maybe a win will be good for the Carrick football, man. Carrick boys, Yeah, man. I don't know. Big thanks to you guys, man. Don't forget, like, follow, subscribe, share, tell a friend, the Triple Cup podcast in each and every social media platform, man. Man like Mike, man like Brayo, last thoughts when you're finishing off, man.
Yeah, enjoy football, play fantasy, and ensure you win. Because if you lose in the pitch and you also lose in fantasy, then the problem is not the players, the problem is you. So ensure you win.
Mike, wind off.
That's the best.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no much to say.
Okay.
We've already shared everything. Yeah, for all those who are watching us, you know what to do.
Okay.
There's a button down there. Go subscribe, give us few views, and
Your
then
feedback.
Share the link to your friend. Tell your friend to share the link to their friend. Tell their friend to share the link to their friend. Just like that. Let the link move.
Man, this is a warning. Any Arsenal fan, I don't know, all of them, Joshua, wherever you are, This guy, I've tried to get him on the pod. He has refused. I can see him online, but he's saying the schedule is not there. The other time he complained his Kenya Power did the thing. The other guy is Jose. I had a chat with him. For him, he came clean. He said, with the pressure now, you will see me when the World Cup starts. At least for him, he was so... For him, at least he came out clean and he said, you know what? I'm not doing anything. When football finishes, I'll come when the World Cup starts. So just know we are still there. But you know what? It's been nice, man. Malek Anto, he was supposed to be here, but scheduled here and there. But thanks, man, to you all for keeping it up for the Triple Cup, man. Adios.
Adios.
Muchachos. Peace.